Welcome to the Intern Show.
I'm Max Schwitzing.
And I'm Elias Alvarez.
The Intern Show is a podcast produced by the KAWC Student Newsroom. We aim to broadcast news by students, for students.
In this special episode of the Intern Show, we celebrate Mother's Day by hearing from a student mom and learning about the Child Development Center at Arizona Western College. But first, some news.
The Arizona Board of Regents has received a $1.1 million grant from the Helios Education Foundation to launch the AZ Comeback Initiative. This program aims to help Arizonans who have some college credit but no degree return to school to complete their education. Partnering with Arizona State University, Northern Arizona University, and the University of Arizona, the initiative will develop strategies to overcome barriers to re-enrollment. The goal is to help thousands of students finish their degrees, boosting both personal success and Arizona's economy, as the state anticipates a future shortage of skilled workers. The initiative will also track progress and share successful strategies with other higher education institutions in Arizona.
Arizona Western College will celebrate students transferring to a university at the annual La Cosecha event on Thursday, May 15th in the Shuning Conference Center. Registration starts at 5:45 p.m. and the program begins at 6:30 p.m. The event honors graduates who have shown exceptional persistence and met criteria like being first-generation students, depending on financial aid, or overcoming personal challenges. Graduates will receive certificates, sashes, and scholarships, with 5 students sharing their stories during the celebration.
KAWC will be accepting applications for the second cohort of the Student Newsroom. This program is an opportunity for interested students to gain hands-on experience in radio and journalism, work with professionals at KAWC, and build a published portfolio. No prior experience is needed, just enthusiasm and a passion for storytelling. The application deadline is May 19th, 2025.
So how are we feeling about the expansion of the Student Newsroom?
I'm honestly really excited to welcome new people in.
I gotta say, I just can't wait for the summer to meet new people, especially because that doesn't happen often outside of the newsroom where it's outside of interviews, so I'm expanding my social circle.
Yeah, and no offense, Elias, you're a great co-host, but I feel like it'll be really cool to hear from more voices and students who will sort of bring a different perspective into the stories we tell in our show.
Community colleges serve all types of non-traditional students, including those who are completing their degree while raising a child, or children. Student reporter Max Schwitzing spoke with an AWC student who juggles work and school while raising 2 kids.
Christina Bloom is an AWC student who's majoring in television and theater. She's also raising 2 children.
Having to get myself ready, having to get the kids ready, making sure that they have their lunch packs, their backpack, homework together, and then, they both ride the bus, so I have to make sure that they are both ready in time for the bus to come pick them up, and then as soon as the bus comes and picks them up, I have probably about an hour to maybe get a quick breakfast, finish getting myself ready, and then I have to head out the door and come straight here to the college. And so it's nice while they're in school, I can be in school, but sometimes there are those occasional messages I'll get from the teacher saying, hey, your daughter's not feeling well, can you come get her? And so sometimes I have to very rarely, but it has happened where I've had to leave class to go pick up my kids.
Bloom says managing her responsibilities as a mother and student can be exhausting.
You feel guilty, but you know that it's not forever and it's going to be worth it at the end. And my kids, in the beginning, it was really hard for them to embrace this change, but they've been very supportive now, and they know when I've got to go to school or I've got rehearsals, they're like, oh, mom's got to go to college. I'm like, I do, but you guys are going to be fine. And on the weekends or on days when I don't have class, I do everything I can to spend as much time with them and really just kind of make up for the times that I don't see them when I'm in school.
Bloom believes being a student has given her freedom outside of the home.
It has been a nice way to kind of rediscover myself going back to school and saying oh yeah, there she is. I forgot where she went. Kind of got hidden beyond all of these other titles that I've been busy playing. But going to college has really been an awesome stepping stone of finding myself and just reassuring myself that I'm doing what I need to do to better my journey.
Bloom says while it's difficult, it is possible for moms to go back to school.
To all the moms out there already that are going to school, like, keep going. You got this. Like, you go, girl, because I'm with you right there. And we're going to get to that finish line and graduate, and it's going to be worth it. And our kids are going to one day look back and appreciate all the hard work that us moms put into making it happen for ourselves and for our kids. So, yeah.
That was AWC student Christina Bloom and how her role as a mother and student intertwine. From the KAWC Student Newsroom, I'm Max Schwitzing.
So, what did you learn about this interview, Mac?
Talking with Christina about sort of her experience being a mom while being in school was honestly super inspiring. I never really thought about how someone's role as a student can shape the way that they interact, like with their children outside of the academic setting. And also hearing her talk about how being a student at AWC has sort of given her a sense of rediscovering herself and her independence outside of being a mom or like a caretaker in the home.
I think we can all learn a lot from student parents that are going through college while raising a child or sometimes even multiple children. I can barely juggle my job and school. So I think they're just like kind of like heroes for being able to come to school, study, and also raise their children while also having to work, probably.
And also her talking about how not only is this a great experience for her, but also sort of like her setting a standard for her own children to sort of be inspired by when they grow up was super beautiful.
Yeah, especially because most of the time we lead by example.
Recently, 2 Arizona community colleges closed daycare centers on their campuses, sending students, faculty, and staff scrambling to find new placements for their kids. Mesa Community College said it was operating its childcare center at a loss when the board finally voted to close it in late March. Gateway Community College in Phoenix shut down its daycare center this semester as well. For many student parents, the balancing act between classes and childcare can feel impossible. KAWC student reporter Elias Alvarez spoke with the director of the childcare center at Arizona Western College to find out more.
At AWC, the Child Development Learning Center, also known as the Catherine Watson Child Development Center, offers parents important help: childcare. The program was started in 1966, with the Child Development Learning Center starting with one classroom. Since the opening of its new center in 2008, it has since expanded and added a classroom for infants, 2 classrooms for toddlers, and 2 preschool classrooms, one of which is an inclusion classroom with a partnership from a local elementary school district.
They can come in as early as 6 weeks old, and they are there till they're 5, and they're ready to go to kindergarten.
Says Alma Varande, director of the center.
Our philosophy is that, of course, children learn through play, and our purpose is for students to have a laboratory setting where they can see the development of children from birth to 5.
The center operates with a dual mission: to provide high-quality childcare for families and hands-on learning opportunities for AWC students studying child development. The program is meant to foster both academic success and peace of mind for student parents.
The ability to go to class and know that their child is very well taken care of. We have an open door policy. They're able to see their children. Also, we have good communication. We use apps, a Class Dojo, to make sure that they know what is happening with their children on an everyday basis, how they're learning, how they're developing.
But childcare is not guaranteed for every faculty member or student with children. Verande says it is important for parents interested in enrolling their children to plan ahead and register early.
The waiting list is like 1 to 2 years of a wait for them to be able to come in. And the reason is we encourage parents that as soon as they know they're going to have a baby, to put them on the waiting list, because we don't have that many spots for all the children that we have available.
Verande says that the center works hard to accommodate families and offers flexible scheduling options.
We do offer part-time, and we offer full-time, and the parents bring their children. We usually, we want them to be there early by 9 o'clock, but if the parent, let's say, has a class at 1 o'clock, we just make sure that we have a schedule. So we want to make sure that it does not disrupt, the schedule. Like if they come in after 1:30, that's when children get up from nap, like in the preschool classroom. So we want to make sure that they don't come in, like during nap time.
While there are no discounts available, students can use financial aid and payment plans through the college's business office to pay for their care. But during seasons of higher demand like midterms and final exams, the center offers parents the chance to drop off their kids if capacity allows it.
They can just bring their children during our regular business hours. But yes, sometimes I've had parents that might have a test and they don't have anybody to take care of their child. And I have had drop-ins where if we have the ability to accommodate them and we're within ratio, they can bring their child and take their test.
At the end of the day, the Catherine Watson Child Development Center is a support system for student parents juggling lectures, homework, and raising their children. For more information or to get on the wait list, you can reach out to Arizona Western College or visit the Child Development Lab on campus. From the KAWC Student Newsroom, I'm Elias Alvarez.
What's something that caught your attention during that interview, Elias?
I think it's interesting that our child care center basically serves two purposes, which one of them is, well, obviously to take care of the children of the students who have to come to class and take exams and stuff like that, but also that it's also an opportunity for students themselves to be able to learn about the development of children who are raised here just from 6 weeks old up to 5 years old.
Yeah, I major in secondary education, so being able to have that opportunity on campus for students who are working with kids in their future professions to be able to get that hands-on experience is super cool.
The Intern Show is produced by the KAWC Student Newsroom at KAWC Colorado River Public Media.
Send your questions or comments to studentnewsroom@kawc.org.
This show is available as a podcast or online at kawc.org under the KAWC Shows tab.
The KAWC Student Newsroom is supported by the local news initiative at the Community Foundation for Southern Arizona.
Since 1980, the Community Foundation for Southern Arizona has been a trusted philanthropic partner, helping individuals, families, businesses, and nonprofits work together to create a stronger community.
Our theme music is Election Time by Carton Abel. The Flash Interviews music is Funkmeister by Theo JT. Both are available at freesound.org.
I'm Elias Alvarez.
I'm Max Schwitzing.
Thank you for tuning in to
The Intern Show.